Peace be with you. Welcome back to my channel for another video, another spiritual download. If this is the first time that you are coming across my channel, let me be the first to say, hey, hi, hello. Come on in, have a seat, stand up, sit down. Maybe you're taking a cleansing bath and listening to some really good, informative truth and clarity by way of tarot. Whatever it is, I'm just glad that you made it here. 9 times out of 10, you got an intuitive nudge. You had some type of a gut feeling by way of your spirituality. And something's telling you that you need to know a little bit more about something that you already know. That you know. Whatever you decide to do with this information, listen, I do support you in the energy. Be that good, bad, or indifferent. My advice, though, by way of our own free will, is to pick up what belongs to you and leave what does not for somebody else to take. It'll always make things easy for you, okay? If you decide to do that. Now, if you're returning back to the channel, that means I've said something that's resonated with your spirit. Like, share, and subscribe, because it helps the beautiful Soul Tribe family grow by way of the platform. I love y'all. I really, really do. You are my beautiful Soul Tribe. Soul Tribe. My beautiful Soul Tribe. I love you so much. Come on, let's get into the spiritual work. So, baby, listen. My love, 'tis the season for confusion and mental contusions. Not for you, but absolutely this is the state of your enemy, state of the enemy. Something about the state of emergency by way of your enemy. Your enemy's in a 911 situation, okay? Anybody that had anything that belonged to you, your hair, your shoes, your clothing, what they have done was allowed source to locate them, okay? It's no different than when somebody tries to hack into your energy, hack into your spirit, tie into your energy, tap into your power. Spirit is saying it's a beautifully made, very dysfunctional plan by default. What these people did, y'all, with these little voodoo dolls and hoodoo dolls, and they had your toenails and your fingernails and your hair and all of whatever they had, baby, it has allowed spirit to track down your energy. So here you are calling back your power, right? And spirit is like, oh, okay. Yeah, I got everybody's number, everybody's address. Energetically, it gave spirit a roadmap to find your enemies, okay? And so this is what they're finding out the hard way. Shout out to all the people that are surviving the silent, for me it's silent. I don't know why it's silent, but the white noise in the background. It's a very mysterious sound. I don't know where it came from. Can't figure out where it's coming from. We've unplugged everything, and maybe that's just something that we'll never know. But shout out to you if you can survive that sound, okay? I've already called in my appropriate protection. Spirit, the state of emergency for the enemies. A lot of them want to reconcile. A lot of them want to come back in. They want to stay tied to your energy. Okay, so that's nothing new. 6 of Cups, you're starting to remember what these people did. Although you remember, you are forgiving, right? Okay, yeah. So it's something about remembering, but not regretting the process and or the experience that you had to go through, grow through, excuse me, is what I meant to say, grow through. Yeah. Something you had to grow up in, something that grew you up in the spirit. This ultimately thrusted you into a very massive spiritual awakening. And you're starting to understand this probably more so now than ever. 6 of Cups. Past energy, baby. They do not want you to remember that you know. You've always known. You've always been in the know. Okay, now we're in the now. And so the karma and the debt, 6 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, notice the synchronicity, 6, 7, things are in order, okay? 7 of Pentacles represents past investments, also current investments, okay? Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, and or Gemini energy. Aquarius always gives me giver of life. You know, the Libra energy is balancing things out. Gemini energy is, you know, intelligent by way of what we communicate energetically. It's not what you're saying literally. Like you hear words coming out of my mouth, but it's the energy that's backing them by way of power and standing in a position where I'm setting a spiritual boundary. This is what these people don't like, okay? So now spirit is like really putting them in this like like between a rock and a hard place. Queen of Swords also is somebody who's sharp, intuitive, smart, okay, energetic, wise, calm when they need to be, calm in the middle of battle, very controlled, all right, is what I feel. Yeah, very calm, very, very calm. You understand the art of war. You understand the truth. You can feel it. You know, people could say, well, how do you know? You just know. You just know. The Lovers, okay, these are people from the past that stole things from you. You got people that took your underwear. They took a lot of stuff, y'all. I don't want to get into the details, but now this stuff is null and void. Again, it has left some type of a spiritual karmic imprint on these people in a way that spirit can now find these people and locate them to render righteous judgment and or justice on behalf of you and or the universe. This is really more so about the universe, your world, in the middle of the universe, okay? So they're crying, they're lying, they're spying, and they're dying. All this stuff simultaneously, all at once. Nine of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy, Virgo energy. Something about slow to healing. This gives me a slow heal by way of Virgo energy. When I think about that Nine of Pentacles, I think about clearing the space, purifying your energy. The Lovers, self-love, okay? Solar plex energy is what it's giving me. Removing all of whatever you went through by way of this wand. And for some of you, if you're a divine masculine, then you could have laid down with a Jezebelian spirit. The Nine of Pentacles is, it's been a long time coming, okay? Show us what we need to see. They're terrified that you figured something out. Something about how to clear your energy. Yeah, you figured it out. Here's the beautiful part, y'all. I'm going to announce something probably around March, okay, where I'm going to help do spiritual cleansings. I got some secrets. I got some things that I feel like y'all need. It's only going to be privy to a certain amount of people. I'm not helping everybody. But what I give you, you keep it. You hold it near. You can use this for your children. This is going to break up some real dark energy, okay? So for the people that had voodoo, hoodoo, dark magic, voodoo dolls, they stole everything from you, honey. Some of them even went so far as to try to get a drop of your blood, okay? We'll go more into that. But nevertheless, you figured out how to protect yourself. Seven of Wands is here. This represents ancestral spiritual protection. These people did so much to you that it made you tap into who you are. They woke up, they woke up the beast, honey. Okay, they woke up the inner God is what they did. And so now these people want to talk to you. They want to communicate. They want to come near you. They want to find out where you are. They want to find you. Eight of Wands, okay? There's been a lot of collaborative efforts. These are people that were in these groups. They were promised fame, fortune off of your energy, okay? Eight of Wands, you're going to get some type of communication coming in from these people. Three of Pentacles. These are people that are going to try to collaborate with you, okay? After you've gone through this major transformation, scorpionic energy. But something about your transformation really got these people scared. Something about tapping into your inner voice and hearing yourself. You know, a lot of us went through situations that were so chaotic that we couldn't hear our own inner thoughts, you know. You had overbearing people around you that wanted to create illusions and confusion so that you couldn't hear your own intuition. That was always a red flag, and it will continue to be a red flag. Show me what I need to see, please, and thank you. Archangel Michael, please, and thank you. Yeah. This wanted to come up in reverse, so I'm going to allow it. That's the way it fell. But Seven of Swords in the reverse, these people have been discovered. They don't like the fact that the masks have been torn off by the universe. They want somebody to blame. They want to blame you. They want to attack you. But really, in all reality, these people are not the victim. They absolutely are the victimizers. But they're playing, you know, they're playing a game in their own world. And they're losing at their own game, which is a sad thing to see. Show us what we need to see. Yeah, I can't make it up. You know about the magic. Okay. You undid some very powerful magic. They're trying to figure it out. How did you undo this death magic? How do you know the truth? Ace of Swords. That's a gift, okay, that they can never touch and or tap into. Even with all of what they have that belongs to you, They cannot touch your soul. They only had remnants and illusions of your energy. The Hangman, it's a failed plan, Piscean energy. Show us what we need to see. Why are these people losing their minds and going crazy and whatever else? Because the black magic is backfiring, I just heard. Somebody saying no. Yeah, somebody saying no. No what? Yeah, somebody don't want to admit it. When I heard no, I heard my spirit guide say no. I'm like, what does that mean? Somebody wants conflict. They want to fight. But here's the thing. They don't have any spiritual arsenal, y'all. They don't have any more spiritual weapons. You were the best source of energy. You were the best ally by way of them keeping you in the darkness, but you were always destined to awaken. So now that you've come out of that, fast forward, moving forward, current energy, they're like, no, you are the magic, okay? So a lot of them are under the impression that you're doing some type of magic on them, okay? This is guilt eating away at these people. They believe that you're doing some type of magic on them. High Priestess, intuition, you figured it out. Yes, it was your mother. Yes, it was your father. Yes, they were taking your energy. Yes, they were doing all kinds of things. Yes, they did things to your children, okay? They absolutely did. And then you learned. You intuitively listened to yourself. They woke up the High Priestess in you. This had some type of adverse reaction, something that I don't think they ever anticipated, or maybe they were hoping this would never happen, because they knew once you awakened to your real power and called all your power back, you'd realize just how terrified they really are. More of you than you are of them, or more than you ever were of these people. Ace of Wands, you got the biggest war weapon. You are the Ace of Wands. You are the Ace of Swords. Somebody's mad because they can't tap into your energy, okay? Yeah, Two of Cups. Something about wanting to come in and offer you some type of partnership. These are ex-lovers. Again, these people went to great lengths, y'all. I caught one of my lovers one time just on a commercial break. You know, shout out to him wherever he is. I caught him going through my hairbrush one time. And at this time, y'all, I had really long hair. Like my natural hair was like all like almost to my waist, okay? I've cut my hair several times, but he used to love to run his fingers through my hair. Like after I would blow dry it, looking back in hindsight now, knowing what I know now, I'm like, this was a whole damn warlock. So I called him one time and I came in my room. I'm like, what are you doing? And he was getting something out of my hairbrush. I never thought about it. I never knew. Didn't think, you know, I'm not living off of fear. I'm thinking I'm protected. I'm good. Not knowing that he was doing witchcraft on me. Well, that same night, I had a dream about a dream about a dream. So in this dream, I thought that I had awakened. I'm like, oh, I'm awake. So I'm up. My place looks like my place. I'm wearing exactly what I was wearing when I went to bed. And, you know, so I'm getting up. But all the while, I'm in a dream. I thought I was awakened, right? And then I start to levitate in the dream, of which I think is reality. So I totally freak out in the dream. I'm like, oh my God, peace be still. I start calling on my protection, and then I slowly come back down to the bed. Well, this was going to be probably one of the biggest red flags that somebody had done black magic over me. I'll tell y'all that story a little bit later. Nevertheless, I'm still alive. I got my power back. But this person gave me all kinds of little things to put in my house and a ring to wear and all these little things. And I was like, oh, okay. Later, after I ended the relationship, he literally tried to kill me. I saw him in a dream go to some type of a botanica, okay? And he was like telling this lady what he wanted to do to me. Well, needless to say, he did kind of ruffle my feathers a little bit, but it awakened the High Priestess in me. Let's just talk about the good part of it, right? So when people are asking me, well, how do you know, Neff? How do you know? Well, what do you... I know. Trust me. I've been there. I know. If you think they're doing magic over you, yes, they are. However, they need you to believe in their magic more than they will ever tell you. It's when you lose your power and you go into a state of confusion by way of anger, resentment. They can work you like a part-time job, baby, and have you running to and fro looking for whom you can try to devour. And now you're like, wait, I'm all about light and love. How did I get into this energy? Okay, well, come on back home. That was just a real serious commercial break. Somebody's going to do something with that information. Somebody is not. There is always a Karen that is watching, a cross-watching karmic ass Karen, a bitter ass Bonnie and a bitter ass Bobby. There's always one. There's a seething Stephen, you know, lurking, murking, trying to take note to try to figure out how is it that we got out of this. Now, the fact that we high priestesses are here, because there's so many of us that are fully awakened, right, are helping other people come to the understanding of who they are as spirit teachers, spirit guides, okay? These people are shook. They don't know what to do. The illusion's over. You can see now. You've awakened. You're awake. You're like, hey, I feel more alive than I've ever felt in all of my life. Some of these people would have never stopped. They never intended to stop. Just so you know, as you move away from these people, as you get an understanding of what actually happened to you, they would have never stopped. Queen of Cups is reckless. Emotionally reckless people is how they're coming up. Queen of Cups is like self-hatred, people that went through childhood trauma, you know, they wanted to block your intuition. Queen of Cups is also somebody who's psychic and intuitive, but the Queen of Cups in the reverse is somebody that abuses their power, okay? Silently, they are a hater. Publicly, they are a hater. Now they cannot hide. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse. Everything's being exposed and or made transparent, so now you can see. You're like, damn, so you mean to tell me that one time I went over to my mother's house or I went over to my sister's house, she was doing black magic on me? Yeah, they've been doing black magic all your life. They've been had a voodoo doll. What's next? Once you get over that and you stop giving that so much attention and you realize that you're still alive because the Creator is saying that you are being used by God, you naturally negate any energy that they've ever tried to send to you. They need you more than you needed them. Always. Can't make it up. Separation, chaos, breakup. This wanted to come up in the reverse. These are people that don't have the ability to heal without your energy. Okay? They just don't. They're just empty vessels. They're soulless people. They lost their soul a long time ago. Some of them came into the world only to wreak havoc. Some of them followed you from past lifetimes just to come back into this lifetime to try to take you out. Period. And stop your journey. Three of Swords. This is separation, heartbreak, heartache. You know, they prayed against your relationships. That's okay. Those were karmic relationships anyway. That's why it was easy to break them up. And you didn't know who you fully were. So don't walk around regretting the fact, oh, that was my person. Yeah, that was your person. The person that came to teach you a karmic lesson, which is why the magic worked the way that it did. So they're probing and they're poking and they're sitting with their dolls that no longer work. Knight of Wands. Okay, baby, listen. All this Knight of Wands energy, non-committal energy, you know, somebody that you separated from. You got ex-lovers that's mad, honey, that's sitting there with a lock of your hair. Don't let a narcissist, a sociopath, get something that belongs to you off of your physical body. And if all you've ever attracted by way of your karmic debt were these kinds of people or men or whatever, then that means a lot of them got something that belonged to you. The sooner you realize that you really are, you know, the engine that is driving the car, the vehicle, by way of your physical body, you will then realize that you are really the magician. These people are uncomfortable, I just heard. Okay, yeah, they're uncomfortable with having your belongings. So they're trying to figure out how to dispose of your things properly. Because they understand spirituality, because they're under karma, they don't know how to get rid of these dolls that they didn't have for years, honey. So now they're like trying to show respect to Gaia, like, okay, we can't just throw it in the trash. Okay, we could, or should we burn it? Or should we bury it? Okay, what should we do? They're all over the place because now what this is doing is it's a tracking device. This is how source is and spirit is finding out who did what and where. Some of them were working money that you gave them. This is how desperate these people are. You know? Oh, can I borrow $20? And you give them $20. You know? and they're working the $20. They're working the money, or they're trying to give you money and they didn't put something on it so that they can attach themselves to you. Oh yeah, I've been there. I remember one time somebody gave me something and my hands went numb and I'm like, what is this? My hands started itching. Oh, I learned. I had to learn. But the more attention I gave it, the more I empowered my enemy. So now that you're pulling your energy back and your power back, that's what pulling your power back really is. Focusing in on yourself really puts your enemy in a position where they just don't exist. Not in your mind's eye, not in your spirit. I need to say a prayer for myself where I barely even remember these people's faces. I think that's something I'm going to commit to because I don't feel like you need it anymore. But Five of Cups, they're grieving. So a lot of mamas out here that tried to steal their daughter's, destiny, the star. Some of them, they wanted to be you. It's nothing else to say. You're like, oh, my mother? Yeah, your mother. Unhealed trauma. See this person as a child that's unhealed. It'll make it easier for you to forgive and move forward. You do not have time. I'm going to talk to you the way I had to talk to myself in my spiritual closet. You do not have time, any more time on the clock to sit here, wish, wait, and want for these people to change. Some of them will never change. Some of them have been long gone before you realize it. Some of them have been taken over by things that they conjured up. Some of them have been consumed by the darkness. They don't know which way they're going. They're in a state of confusion. So you absolutely do not want to go back into the dark, meaning back into these relationships, back into whatever this is. Knight of Wands, they're watching you. They're seeing you walk in your power, stand in your power, lay down in your power. You're like, yeah, it's my power. I can do what I want with it. Now give me my power back. Gifts, divine gifts, divinely being orchestrated on a path where the natural world is waiting for you. Showtime. Four of Swords. Why is it Four of Swords here? Yeah, Knight of Swords. You stood in your power. Most times, depending on the spread, the Four of Swords can mean sickness. Okay. You stood in your power, you healed. In this particular spread with the Knight of Swords following, this means that you decided to take some type of stance. Stand up for yourself. Stop being the victim. Stop waiting and wishing that these people would change. And when you realize that they would not, you had to make a decision. You're like, you know what? Let me shake myself and get the heck up. If I don't have anybody, I have myself. It's better to be alone than to be in bad company. And so you're choosing wisely. Nine of Swords. You're not letting everybody have access to your energy. These people are losing sleep. They don't know what the hell to do. Five of Wands. They got conflict in their house. They're fighting with everybody, fighting with themselves, fighting with demonic forces. Can you imagine? No, we don't want to imagine that because we know what we went through. We know what we felt. It was never the magic that you were feeling. What you were feeling was what the people around you were going through. You were never under demonic attack. You were just in a space and in a family with people that were being attacked by the devil. So this is why you felt it. Why? Because you're intuitive. You have a gift to feel. You're an empath. So you're like, damn, am I going crazy? Somebody's doing something to me. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, yeah, okay, yeah. Some of these cases, they were doing something to you. But 9 times out of 10, something was doing something to them. And you were just in the family. This was the route that you decided to take in this particular life. Why? Because it led you right here to being the master. Okay? The ascended master that you are. You've always been an ascended master. You just came here to teach. Move about, do your job, and go back to source. And so you will. And so you can. And so you shall. Now them, they cannot. They won't. They shan't. The tables have turned. Welcome to 2024, standing on spiritual business, the high priestess and the magician. Had you not been in that family, had you not gone through that relationship, as much as you feel as though you could have skipped that experience, you could not be this Queen of Swords by way of the high priestess and the magician. There's no way. There's no way that you would have been able to be used by the creator. Somebody had to go through the school of hard knocks. Somebody had to be the living, breathing experience by way of being the living word. What are you eating? Spiritually, mentally, physically. What are you saying to yourself? What are the conversations? Okay? Because a lot of us had to forgive ourselves for taking too long to forgive ourselves. Yeah, look. This is about passions as a child. The sooner you work with, getting over that shadow, work with your shadow, the sooner you sit down and have a conversation with that inner child, the sooner you get to be this full-grown spiritual adult, right? Because your mother, although she was full-grown, although your father's full-grown, your sister's full-grown, they're still very much wounded children who have arrested spiritual development. Now, in psychology, they talk about arrested development, like learning how to have life skills, learning how to deal in traumatic situations, fight or flight, right? Knowing when there's a fight or flight type of situation. These people have spiritual arrested development, which is the worst kind. Okay, this is why you're going to see that in behavioral health, a lot of them now are referring you to spirituality. They're talking about the Kundalini experience, the Kundalini awakening in spirituality. You can't just run to the doctor like, oh, I'm schizophrenic. Well, no, that's your ancestors. Okay, that's a couple of past lifetimes. Akashic records might be open. You got a couple of doors open. You got shadows you see and they're flying past you. You got, other lifetimes and enemies trying to come in and stop you from doing what it is you need to do. So they're on assignment. So they're trying to travel. They're trying to come by way of a timeline, by way of a realm. And now the time is up. How do I know this? I scheduled appointments for almost 12 years. I tell this story all the time for behavioral health. Around the pandemic, that's when I walked away because I was like, oh, this is a business. When behavioral health went on strike, when the doctors started walking away and I'm working for a $1 billion company, not $1 million, $1 billion company, one of the largest medical companies on the West Coast. Some people's medication went from $150 to $1,500. I walked away. I said, oh, adios, arrivederci. I think I'm going to follow my path, my friend. This is crazy. And I sat back and I sat in my car and I said, who's going to believe me? Who am I supposed to talk to? Spirit, just guide me. Who do you want me to give this information to? I've seen so much. I've been through so much. I've walked away from money, opportunities, and things that most people would dream about having. It was never about that. We always have been manifestors. You can always manifest money. If you're in alignment and you're not making it your God and you're not living out of an energy of being desperate and you watch where your resources go, you will have what it is that you need. Nevertheless, these cycles are over. They know it. They're losing it. Some of these people in your family were still alive because they had your energy. Some of them were still alive, holding on to your hair like a little trinket. Baby, they had it in their bosom, in their bra, in their pocket, carrying the voodoo doll around in their purse, going to the casino. Baby, don't tell me. Listen. Surprise, surprise. The Emperor, fathers of the family. You got a lot of warlock energy coming up here, okay? The Emperor, these are people that you respected, people that you felt were going to be with you forever, people that you had a lot of respect for. I always say it's hard when you awaken to an enemy of somebody that you have always respected and somebody that you like. It's one thing when you really love somebody and you find out like, damn, you too? Yeah, I know. Come on and let's just get into it. Call upon the Lord forgiveness by way of judgment. Let the universe handle it. Surrender it. The sooner you surrender this, the sooner that balance is going to come into play. Some of us cried over people, honestly, that we never truly knew. You never really truly knew her. It was all an illusion, honey. They knew that you were chosen, and so they wanted to somehow stop you and tie into your blessing and all that. Now here you are, the star, and people want to say that they knew you. They want to know, they want to sit with you. They want a part of the destiny. And you're like, nah, I'm good. They're like, oh, you still mad? You're like, nah, I'm not even giving you that much power. I'm not even mad. I'm not even angry. I'm not anything. I'm just surrendering this entire situation because I got to go. I've processed it up until this point. So now when you're leaving these people to process why they did something, they're now in the darkest night of the soul. Some of them will not survive. I'm telling y'all, the suicide rate went up. They were always cowardly energies. Even if you were a child and you got hurt by an adult, they were always cowardly energies. If you got hurt by an older sibling and they were a karmic, they were always in a cowardly energy. This is why they felt the need to control you, abuse you, were very sadistic, take things that belong to you, because they knew that there was something really special about you. And if they didn't know then, they know now. But they were always more afraid to lose you than you were ever to them, because you were always genuine. Okay, so now they don't know what to do. Surprise. The moon is here. This is your intuition. The moon represents your intuition. It represents things being dim. You know, wondering, I wonder if my mom did black magic on me. Did my dad do black magic? Did my sister? This is the moon. This is people that want to stay cloaked, hidden. They want their intentions and or what they did to be hidden from you so that you never figure it out. So that you never go on this journey. And anybody that has to come up against you like that or come this close to you, you got to know that you're a very, very important person in the army working for the Creator. You got to know. And so why did you have to go through that? Because the Most High was like, I needed to put you through that. I needed to let you choose this life. I needed you to walk this path, make these decisions, because I didn't need you passing out at the first demonic force you see. Some of us are naturally war ready. You got demons right now that pass your door. They don't even think about it. They be like, nah, I ain't going up in there. Because you didn't seen too much. You didn't heard too much. You've been through too much. You mastered yourself to the point where now you're standing in your power. You find a chosen one that's standing in their power? Huh? Okay, listen. Catch this synchronicity. You better get this spiritual work. Listen, when you find a chosen one that's ready to go to war, temperance represents war angels for me, Archangel Michael energy, and somebody that's not afraid, that understands their power, and they've been through so much that the average person would fold. Your enemies are finding out just how average they are. Ooh-wee. Pun intended, baby. Somebody caught that, somebody didn't. But you know what? The person that didn't catch it is probably somebody that's watching that's an enemy. Nevertheless, wherever they are, like, share, subscribe as you come into this live stream. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? The war angels. Some of us are judgment angels. Some of us are peace angels. Some of us are war angels. Some of us come to bring justice, judgment. 5 of Swords coming to settle the score. Okay? There's a fight in the ethers. There's a realm that is like something that is kind of like a battlefield. It ain't nothing else to say by way of spirituality. 5 of Swords. Okay? Yes, we're earth angels. But some of us were on very specific assignments, and we still are. Some of us are peace angels. Some of us just never liked conflict. We didn't know why we never liked conflict. It took us a long time to get mad. Some of us are love angels, peace angels, karmic angels. Some of us just come and bring judgment. You ever just seen stuff happen to your enemy? I used to see stuff when I was a little child. Like, I always had a lot of enemies. I'm like, why I got so many doggone enemies? I was like in the 2nd grade. But I knew that there was something in me that was special. I always went for the underdog, like the girl that was getting teased. You know, I didn't like that. I didn't let bothered me. Don't pick on her. I was in the 2nd grade, defended. Whole earth angel, didn't even know it. I would go to the bathroom and talk to God, and I would feel the Holy Spirit. God, please, please, God. I just remember these prayers being 3 and 4 and 5 years. Oh, stop it. Listen, they don't like me. They ain't got to like me. They ain't got to like you. But damn it, about to walk this walk and talk this talk. This is my seat. This is your seat. Can't nobody take it from you. If they were able to take it from you, they would have. Don't you remember all they did? So now that you know, okay, when you're in your reading and you're asking a question, well, did they do magic over me? It don't matter what they did. It don't matter. It didn't work. You're here. You should be asking yourself, now what? Now what? Some of you are straight walking, breathing karma. I would see my enemies go down. I remember being 12 and 13 years old, y'all. I always had to take baths. I always had to burn incense. I'm 12 and 13. My parents are looking at me like, where did she get this from? I would listen to classical music. I'm 13 years old. Okay? My spirit knew the way. If I'm looking back at myself now, I'm like, damn, I was deep. You know, they wanted you to downplay. Turn down your light. Why you shining so bright? Oh, it's too bright. Now they can't turn down nothing, baby. They can't even turn down this karma. They got to take it, right? And I would pray for my enemies, y'all. I used to be so sad, but I prayed in a way that it was like, why they don't like me? I would cry. You know, why they want to fight? I don't want to fight. This is my attitude. Child, I go to school the next day. Something had happened to my enemy. I'm like, damn. So then I start realizing, okay, I'm tapped into something. But I still would feel bad. These are people that I wanted to love. People that I wanted to be friends with. Okay, I was very quiet. I was very timid. But looking back, karma was coming fast. I would hear about it. I remember one time this one girl chased me home. And her and her friend jumped me. They fought me. And I was walking home and I was 13 years old. I didn't even know how to fight. I was so skinny. Child, true story. The very next day, I kid you not, her and her family got into the worst car accident. It was on the news. The next day. I didn't wish it. But it's like God balanced it out fast. Like, okay, we got to stop y'all. Because not only will you continue to do this to my earth angel child, you'll do it to everybody else. So why God did that, I don't know. But I would see it. And I went home crying. And my sister, she was like a humbugger. My sister was karmic. I'm going to write about it. I'll tell y'all about that later. Getting back to the reading. Okay. I would see karma come down so fast. Listen. This is because you had a choice, a decision. Two of Swords is about having a decision. Two of Swords is about confusion. Will you, won't you? Will you answer the call? Will you stand up? I kid you not, they wanted to create illusions for you. Never for you to see your own true beauty. This was never about aesthetics. Yes, you're beautiful on an aesthetic level. But when the world gives you a standard of what beauty is and you're adhering to that, you're lost. Go within. It's the inner beauty. That's really what this is about. And this is what they could never take. It was never about your size or you gaining weight or, you know, it's one thing to be healthy. If you know there's something about yourself you want to change, then change it. But to hold yourself to a certain standard by way of what you feel the world will accept you as, it's a defeatist attitude. And this is what they needed you to be. Okay? They're mad because they can't have your power. They don't know what to do. So listen, these friendships are coming in. They could be sending people in that you've never met to be your friend. Why? Because any way that they can get close to you, they will. Believe it. If you're on a public platform and you're getting, you know, messages from people you ain't never met before, okay? Not all of them are fake people, but some of them have been sent by the ops. You got Masonic groups trying to catfish you, okay? You better pay attention. Spirit is saying, go within. The Hermit, go within. They wanted you isolated. It was a beautiful thing. You found yourself in the dark night of the soul. 8 of Swords. I can't make it up. You said, you know what? If this is a self-imposed imprisonment, self-imposed means I put myself here. So what is it that I'm locked away for? What is it that I have to do to get out? And so you went within and then you came out and you gave birth to a higher version of yourself by way of the High Priestess. You absolutely did. You started walking down the yellow brick road. You started walking down the yellow brick road. You started walking down the yellow brick road. Hey! And you found yourself. And you realized that that guy, Oz, the guy that was, you know, the wizard. Man, that's you, man. You was really looking for your higher self, remember? These people thought that you were going to need them. They wanted to put you in a position where you had to beg for bread. And God forbid it. Your foot never stumbled. Please, 8 of Wands, communication's coming in, okay? People are going to be reaching out to you, calling out to you, trying to give you money, trying to get in touch with you, trying to find you, sending letters to your house. They're too afraid to come by your house now because a lot of them are going through natural catastrophes, okay, where they can't even come towards you. It's like Source is blocking them, okay? 8 of Wands, why is that here? Yeah, I can't make it up. 7 of Cups. They done ran out of options in the reverse. And the spell broke, the illusion. You woke up, you figured out who you were. You got family members that collaborated with lovers. You got people that, you know, hacked into your phone. They know your location. They want to, you know, they know your social media sites. They're sending people in. And you're like, will somebody really go this far to just get close to me? Yes, you're like gold. We are the golden children. Yeah, this is about knowing your value. This is about reassuring you of what it is that you signed up for. You've always been this amazing, wonderful person. And the beautiful thing about the Soul Tribe family, we ain't got time to get caught in a tiny space of jealousy and competition. Hell no. Show me what I need to see. We're coming up as the highest in the room, the Hierophants. We're coming up as the real spiritual teachers and leaders of the world. We have the power to do whatever it is that we want to do. And the beautiful part is the universe is backing us on whatever we request. Why? Because we've earned this position by way of great humility. Okay. Some of us damn near were annihilated at the cost of insecure family members and lovers and people that thought that they could just destroy us and that we were supposed to sit there and take it and come back. Hell no. Red flag. If you got to work on a relationship with somebody, it's a no. I'll be honest. People are like, well, what do you mean? You should be patient. You should be... Nah, listen. Be patient with yourself. That's a red flag. If you got to work on something, okay, to where y'all working it out, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Some of these people will keep you bound and waste your time to where you never get to your journey. No, you can't miss your blessing, but you absolutely can lose your most precious asset, which is time. You only have a certain amount of time to complete the assignment. But now we're standing in this, I understand the assignment energy. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, cut that ass off. Adios, arrivederci. Queen of Swords in the upright is like, it's a time for peace and it's a time for war. It's a time to go to war with all those things that you are meant to have by way of sanity. Let's start there. Peace, love, light, okay, stability, resources. It's time to go to battle. This is not personal. This has everything to do with you being aligned with the creator of all things. Period. Queen of Swords is wise. She's noble. How many times she got to come out? Spirit's like, get into that Queen of Swords and cut these people off. And the version of you that they remembered, you're going to have to cut that person off too. Because you know, some of you got those mothers that love to pull at your heartstrings. Some of us even have sociopathic and narcissistic children. Okay, some of you got to cut off, baby, and keep rolling. Anything that stops you from adhering to your calling and or being obedient to God has to go. Period. Once you've done all that you can do, that means that you've exhausted your options. Then there's nothing else for you to do. Everything that we've had to go through up until this point was to mold and shape us for this moment now. So when I tell you they're coming in strong, they coming in love bombing. They coming in as fake lovers. They coming in paying people to reach out to you. They coming in paying people to gang stalk you. They coming in paying people to hack your accounts. They coming in to pay people. They coming in. Let them. Because guess what? What they don't know is we already know what's about to happen. We are the real leaders. The Emperor in the upright represents a real teacher, a real leader. Okay? Real partnerships. Some of us had to undo not being abused. We got so used to it. I knew the Empress was going to come out. I should have said it. Why didn't I say it? I should have followed my instinct. I should have followed my doggone instinct. The Emperor to the Empress. Okay? Divine unions. Divine marriages. Why? Why are they so concerned? Because divine unions, a divine masculine with a divine feminine and a divine family breaks generational curses. That's why these unions are so precious. They know that there's certain spiritual contracts, spiritual marriages for certain people that are supposed to be together. They know this. They're very much aware of this. Because being in a healthy, loving union, raising decent children, having a decent family, your children watching you have a decent relationship breaks generational curses. So this is why they attack the home. This is why they attack the foundation. This is why they attack the Empress, because she's loving, caring, and kind. This is why they attack the real Emperor, the divine masculine, because he's caring, loving, and kind. He's not abusive. He's not going to hurt. He's going to love. And then that becomes contagious amongst the Ten of Cups, their family. So then you have a beautiful family that is now changing the world just by way of your energy. Yeah, look. This is why they're up against it. This is why they want to fight against it. This is why they're praying against it. But here's the funny part. Can I tell y'all the funny part? You remember how they used to do breakup spells and all that stuff? And, you know, send you chaos magic and all of that? We've ascended so high, that stuff can't even touch us no more. You're so in order by way of being in alignment that chaos does not go with your new spiritual outfit. It just don't fit. So what does that mean? You're now in a relationship with somebody that is just the same by way of energy. This person know how to pray. They know how to cleanse. They know how to raise the vibration. They know how to cast out a demon. Can't nothing come up against your house. It'll never be a fair fight. And two, a lot of them needed your energy. Now they trying to get rid of them dolls and that hair and them whatever they stole, child, baby. And they're getting some bad news. They're getting news. They're getting news, y'all. Look, I can't make it up. Okay, sneaky and deceptive. They're getting news that they ain't won nothing. Look at this person with all these swords in their hand. Where the hell he running to? There's nobody behind you. There's nobody in front of you. You're running from yourself. And everywhere you go, there you are. Listen, you better handle that spiritual work that you got going on, honey. Listen, they're getting news, y'all. Bad news. Do you understand me? Normally the Page of Wands would have come up in reverse, but it's not. Because the Five of Cups is here. It's letting me know it's bad news. Regret, anger, never satisfied. Look at these 2 cups up here standing and just worried about these 3 cups. They done took out so many people. They mad because they couldn't take you out. You the 2 cups. Just was insatiable desire to destroy. You crying over these 3 cups that spilled. 3 people that you took out, but you mad because you couldn't take out these other 2. But now you're being taken out and you're getting bad news. This is what I mean by they never would have stopped. So the universe is saying, okay, we're going to put some new spiritual laws in place. Why? Because we petition the ethers by way of the divine beings. We like, look, we down here loving and everything. Get these wicked bastards out the way. So there's new laws in place. They want to know what those new laws are. Not so they can break them, but so they can try to adhere to them and paint some type of an illusion to be who it is that you need them to be so that you would choose them. That went over somebody's head and somebody called it. Somebody wrote it down. Somebody going to rewind the tape. Somebody going to time stamp it. Shout out to the people that time stamp. I appreciate that. It's beautiful. Listen. Surprise, surprise. The universe is coming with that karma. And it's a big ass surprise. Surprise. The moon in judgment. Intuitively, they know that it's over. They can feel it in their bones. If they ain't never felt nothing before, because they never felt remorse. They never felt love. They only felt love when you were giving it to them. This is why they want to hold on to your energy so tight. They were vacant, hosting demonic forces. But if they ain't never felt nothing before, they're feeling now. They're getting a chance to feel what it is that you had to go through. This is the only way the universe is seeing fit to render karmic judgment and justice on all timelines, realms, and or dimensions in spirit and flesh. Why? Because they would not have stopped. The only time they knew that you were hurting is when you had a reaction like, ouch, that hurt. Don't say that to me. Why you being so mean? Little slick ass comments. Yeah, that's the only time they could feel was when you were around. So now that they don't have that feeling, you know, it's giving, don't fight the feeling. It's time to unwind. You was talking about you gonna give me some. Listen, they want that energy. They want that good. They want that good golden energy. They want that love. after they can't use whatever they got, whatever this is that they trying to use, that they've been using forever, poking a doll and stealing your shoes and walking in your shoes, you know, wanting to try on your shoes. If I could tell you anything ever, don't put on nobody else's shoes. Oh, I'm just running outside real quick. Nah, don't you put on my shoes. I'm telling you, things are literal and figurative. People want to walk in your shoes, literally, spiritually, mentally. They want to be on your path and your journey. Okay? Don't wear nobody else's clothes. If you can help it. Oh, we got hand-me-downs. This was my sister's coat and my sister's coat. Nah, don't do that. If you can help it, pray for a new coat. Let the universe give you something new. Something about wearing other people's things and energy. I'm telling you. Don't do that. Now, if you don't have any clothes and there's nothing that you could do, then wash your clothes in ammonia. Try to get rid of the energy. Don't buy nothing from a secondhand store. I'm telling you things that I know for a fact. Don't do that. Don't wear nobody else's pants. At least you start to walk in their shoes and experience their things. If somebody gave you something to put in your house, get rid of it. If you feel, well, are they doing magic? That first instinct is a yes. The second one, when you start to second guess yourself, is confusion. The worst thing you can do is lie to yourself about what it is that you already know that you know. You just needed clarification. If this resonated with you, it really does do me some good. I love y'all. I really, really do. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the information is there in the description box. You can absolutely do that. I absolutely am grateful for anything that you sow into my ministry, into this cause. I really am. I love you all. I love you so very much. And I appreciate your time and your effort just making it through this long-ass message. But 9 times out of 10, you're really serious about your spiritual walk. So I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace be with you.